About 1,300 kilometers from the North Pole at a very remote Norwegian island is preserved about 9 lakh varieties of seed samples to address the doomsday um, problem. Good morning, everyone. I have hope. I am a hopeful person, and I'm just like to say I'm very appreciative of what Deepak ji just said. We are here to make certain irreversible things reversible, and this work that I'm presenting here is my passion. My profession is at the Pondicherry University. My passion is when I work with those grassroots level farmers, and this work is a resultant of those 10 years of work that I've put in and the little that I've come up with. The one most important thing for any sustainable system is a healthy soil. I quote Nicolette Hen Nyman, and she says, "We know what modernization has done to agriculture. Well, everything was proceeding at a beautiful level until we realized it worked well for years, I'm sure, but then we realized that soil was losing its fertility." The people who spoke just ahead of me were very clear in setting a right base for me and made things easier. And today, thanks to the efforts of one great couple like Peter and Rachel, who came to India as the father of biodynamic agriculture to promote this genre of agriculture. I'm not here to promote biodynamic agriculture, but I'm just here to say that it is one of the most sustainable ways in which soil can be made to be teeming with life, with micro and macroorganisms. In fact, 90% of the food that we eat comes from the soil. There are other systems of agriculture, but it's so important for us to be able to relate ourselves to the soil. We are what we eat. As the Ayurvedic saying goes, it was a buzzword few decades ago, and then we lost it somewhere in between, and now it's the buzzword again. So you are what you eat, I am what I eat, and what I eat comes from the soil. So I'm here to tell you that I'm just skipping some slides because most of the speakers who spoke before me have told you a gist of this. And I'm going to directly, jump into the work that we did in order to assess the organic matter content as a result of continual and consistent application of a particular kind of a compost. What is biodynamic compost is just an enhanced version of an organic compost. The last slide that Deepak ji showed us, we saw many aerobic compost heaps that is necessary to make the soil fertile. So soil samples from Punjab, Kerala, Vishakhapatnam and Gujarat that cover the north, south, east and western parts of India have been considered in this study. And this is the region where a huge amount of compost is being made at Punjab, at JP Organic and Biodynamic Farm, the one in Kerala. And the study was envisaged to look at these three objectives, with primary of them being to look at the organic matter content in the soil. We humans are experts in creating a problem and then trying to solve it ourselves, and that's exactly what we are doing here. Since time immemorial, India has been a country of organic agriculture or sustainable agricultural practices ever since things changed about 6 decades ago. And in order to assess this, soil samples from these regions were sent for analysis on a periodical basis, and you can collect finer or minute details over the period of 3 days that I'm here, just trying to give you an idea of where these farms were located and a Google map of that. This is just another farm in Punjab showing healthy wheat. It was a farmer who converted from conventional agriculture to organic and then subsequently to biodynamic farming. Compost application regime in Punjab, in Kerala, in Vishakhapatnam, where we work with a group of about 10,000 tribal farmers. These are not great farmers, but very, very marginal farmers. And this is the region in Araku before application of sustainable organic practices. And this is one beautiful farm in Gujarat belonging to Sarvadaman Patel, which we refer to as Baikaka Krishi Kendra. And some methods, scientific protocols that were followed in order to assess the different types of microbial content in the soil, as well as also to assess the amount of organic matter. I'm skipping these slides because I think I should give more time for results, because these are laboratory-based protocols. If any one of you are interested, you can always take it from me. This was the condition of the soil, 0.2%. It was still less at the JP biodynamic farm. It was so less that a sick soil is a representation of a sick crop of a sick and a toxic food, toxic water, producing toxic generations. We are at such crossroads, and at 2004, that's how his soil looked like. This is a report from a farmer who's documented it photographically. I have no evidence of it based on a laboratory-based test, but then I do have some test reports with other farms, definitely. This is the aftermath of practicing organic and biodynamic methods. A biodynamic method makes use of just an enhanced version of an organic farming, where specific herbs are used in this kind of farming. The quality and the improvement of the crop, coffee, in the Araku Hills, Araku Valley, it's a hilly region. And this was, I don't know if I have a pointer, but the bar graphs in blue and pink is what you need to concentrate as to how organic matter content increased. Thank you so much. Oh yes, okay. Increased so very well from 2.75 to about 6. These are the different plots that were considered under the study, and over a period, and the study period was over a period of 4 years. And you can see how the organic matter content, this region had fairly good organic matter content simply because the region was not tampered with or not applied with any kind of chemical substances earlier. So they had enough organic matter content, like 2.75 is a decent amount of organic matter content. Most soils in India have less than 0.3%. And this is from soil from 0 to 9 inches depth, and the other one is from 9 to 18 inches depth. So this is particularly from one tea plantation estate from Kerala, where the study has been documented and projected very sequentially and systematically. And microbial counts also revealed a very good count from different farms. One farm was not analyzed for. And these are the fungal counts that were obtained from different farms. The values that I show are more technical, but if you want to try and understand all these a little more, you can always talk to me. There are a decent amount of microbial life teeming, as against the control plot, as you can see, is still less. And the kind of microorganisms that were isolated from such organic and biodynamic farms was also very, very diverse. I was able to document nearly 36 to 40 different types of fungi and a whole range of bacteria, but I present to you here about 20 different species. These are the ones. I have some pictorial representations also. I thought that it would be useful to the scientific community here. Aspergilli, Penicillia, Fusarium, Alternaria species, Trichoderma, which we all know they are agents of biological control. And I'm here to just tell you that though a lot can be said about this study, and there's a paucity of time, over a period of 3 to 4 years, the organic matter content of the sampling zones have drastically increased. And the aerobic plate counts show good numbers of bacteria as well as fungi, a rich biodiversity of microflora, and nearly about 20 different species that I have shown you here. We have actually 36 to 40 varieties, and the study of these becomes very, very essential. For example, Trichoderma species, they provide natural way of biological control instead of using, chemical methods. Nigrospora oryzae, it's a potential agent of biological control again, used for the specific control of a certain kind of a grass. It's not that you have to grow them and culture them and introduce them into the soil. The soil is one reservoir that contains them in adequate numbers. It's just that you don't have to work or overwork in order to make them disappear and then try to make them reappear. It's not like that. The soil is one reservoir that has a rich microflora that can support crop health and in turn improve soil quality, thereby improving human health in turn. Yes, I have 2 more minutes left. Maybe you could use these 2 minutes if you have any questions, or otherwise I think I've done well on time. Thank you so much, though I had to skip some slides in between. Thank you so much. I'd just like to give this one as a testimony, this one and this one, especially when the soils were in a very poor condition with very poor and low organic matter content and microbial content. Thank you so much. This is a resultant of nearly 6 to 7 years of hard work. I have more data on this, but I have just given very little here. Thank you so much once again for your patience.
Very short questions to for people in the panel. Dr. Regina, you mentioned the bio heap method and biodynamic compost method. You didn't actually go into the techniques, what is actually done there. You showed those heap, what happens in those dungs, in those heaps was not very clear. What's the kind of treatment done to them?
I had 2 questions, and the method of making a biodynamic compost is not robotic science. It's a very simple art of using the right amount of carbonaceous and nitrogenous material with animal manure, which every farmer has access to. And we could talk about it during the lunch hour, or anytime we find time you want to get more details on it. Specific biodynamic preparations are inoculated in order to enhance the micronutrient cycling. It can be done even without the biodynamic herbs, then it would be an organic compost alone. The second thing is about the authenticity of the composts. To address this problem, we don't encourage farmers to buy the compost, but to make the compost themselves, so that they themselves certify and know the quality of the compost. I have never been in a place where I have told a farmer to buy compost but to make his own. So that way, farmers, I have seen tremendous positive responses wherever we have gone, and I think the farmer is the most educated one to know most of the things regarding the soil than the soil scientists themselves. So I'm quite positive, at least in the areas where I'm working, it's not a small group, but very marginal, large groups where they have converted positively, and they have reaped the benefits. And this has not brought about a quality change just in their finances or their financial position, but also a change in the way they live. Tribals talk to me in English nowadays. Thank you so much.